Growing older comes with many changes. Some are joyful, like wisdom and freedom. Others are heavy, like the quiet moments when you realize you're more alone than you used to be. Friends have moved, spouse may be gone, children are busy with lives of their own, and you're left with a lot of time and silence. But here's the beautiful truth: even when you're alone, you can still be deeply, beautifully happy. And in today's video, we'll explore 6 powerful things you can do every day to stay joyful, connected, and emotionally fulfilled even when you're by yourself. Let's begin. Point 1. Start each day with a ritual that grounds you. When you live alone, your days can feel directionless. There's no one waking you up, no one making plans. And over time, that freedom can start to feel like emptiness. That's why you need a daily ritual, not a routine of chores, but a sacred practice that grounds your spirit. It could be as simple as making a slow cup of tea in silence, sitting on your balcony and watching the sunrise, reading a verse of poetry or scripture, writing one thought in a journal. The goal isn't productivity, it's presence. It's reminding your soul that you are alive, that this day matters, and that you are still connected to the beauty of life. These small moments become anchors. They replace the noise of other people with the voice of your own spirit. And over time, you'll find that you're not as alone as you feel, because your soul begins showing up for you every single morning. Point 2. Speak aloud even if it's just to yourself. One of the most painful parts of living alone is silence, not the peaceful kind, but the kind that feels like no one even hears your voice anymore. Here's a secret most people don't know. Your voice needs to be heard even if it's only by you. So talk, say things out loud, tell yourself your plans for the day. Comment on what you're cooking. Read your thoughts aloud, tell yourself a joke. Speak your feelings, even if there's no one to respond. This isn't madness, this is medicine. Speaking out loud helps your brain feel engaged, your emotions feel acknowledged, and your presence feel real. And if you have a pet or a plant, talk to them too. What matters is that your energy stays moving, not trapped in silence. Let your home hear your voice, it's still valuable, and it deserves to echo in the space around you. Point 3. Do something with your hands every day. Loneliness doesn't just live in the heart. It settles in the body. It weighs down your shoulders, slows your hands, dulls your senses. But one of the most powerful ways to fight loneliness is through movement, especially through your hands. There's something healing about using your hands to create, clean, or care. Every day, pick one thing. Water the plants. Cook a small new dish. Mend a torn piece of clothing. Draw, knit, or paint. Organize an old drawer. Make a list of your blessings by hand. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be productive. What matters is that you engage with the world around you. When your hands are active, your heart feels useful again. And when you feel useful, you feel less alone. The body and spirit are connected. When one moves, the other follows, so start small. Let your hands lead you out of loneliness, one little action at a time. Point 4. Connect with one human being even briefly. Human connection isn't just a luxury, it's a basic need. But when you live alone, opportunities for connection don't come automatically. You have to create them. But here's the good news. Even one tiny human interaction a day can light up your entire emotional world. And it doesn't have to be big or deep. Say hello to the neighbor watering their plants. Ask the grocery store clerk how their day is going. Call a friend. Even if they don't answer, leave a voice message. Chat with a grandchild for 2 minutes. Join a local senior center activity, even once a week. The goal isn't to avoid loneliness forever. The goal is to remind yourself you still belong. Because you do. Even a 2-minute conversation can bring warmth. A smile from a stranger can soften the ache. A small laugh with a cashier can shift your mood. So don't underestimate the power of a single human moment. Seek it, welcome it, and celebrate it. Point 5. Spend time in nature even for just 15 minutes. When you're alone, 4 walls can start to feel like a cage. You may feel safe, but slowly, your spirit begins to shrink. That's why one of the most powerful medicines for loneliness is simple. Step outside. Nature has a way of reminding you that you are not truly alone. Trees don't rush you. Birds don't judge you. The sun rises for everyone, including you. The wind doesn't care if you're single, widowed, forgotten, or free. Even if it's just sitting on a bench near your building. Even if you can only walk to the end of your driveway. That brief exposure to sunlight, sound, breeze, and life will shift your entire emotional chemistry. Nature is a quiet companion, and it never forgets to show up. Every day, find your little corner of the natural world. Let it hold you. Let it remind you that you are still part of something vast and beautiful. Point 6. Do one thing that brings you joy every single day. In loneliness, we often wait. We wait for someone to visit. We wait for a phone call. We wait for permission to be happy again. But you don't need to wait. Joy doesn't always come from people. It can come from within you. Every single day, you must give yourself one small moment of joy. Not duty, not chores. Not distraction, joy. Eat your favorite fruit slowly, with full attention. Watch an old movie that made you laugh in your youth. Dance alone in your living room. Play a song that stirs your spirit. Read a page from your favorite book. Sit in silence with your eyes closed and imagine a happy memory. It might seem silly, but joy is what keeps the soul from hardening. It reminds you that you're still allowed to feel alive. Don't let the world convince you that old age must be gray and quiet. Color it with your own laughter, your own warmth, your own joy. Point 7. Write down one thought, memory, or lesson every day. You've lived a long life, full of joy, sorrow, love, mistakes, resilience, and wisdom. And yet when you're old and alone, it's easy to feel invisible. As if all that you've seen, felt, and learned is slowly fading into silence. But what if, instead of letting your story drift away, you chose to honor it every day? Take a few quiet minutes to write down one thing. A memory from your childhood, a lesson you learned the hard way. A quote that helped you heal, a story about someone who shaped you. A moment you'll never forget, a truth you've come to believe. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be long, it just has to be real. By writing even a few lines each day, you're doing something incredibly powerful. You're proving to yourself that your voice still matters. That your experiences are worth recording. That even if no one is sitting beside you right now, your life still holds meaning, and one day, someone might find your journal. A child, a grandchild, a stranger. And in your words, they might discover not just who you were, but who they can become. Even if no one else ever reads it, you will, and that act of reflection, of putting thought to paper, becomes a sacred ritual that keeps you connected to your own soul. Loneliness grows in silence, but reflection turns that silence into gold. So write, even if your hands shake. Even if you think no one cares, even if you feel like you have nothing to say. Because every day that you lived is a page of history. And every word you write is a whisper that says, I was here, I mattered, I still do. Outro. Being alone in old age is a challenge, but it is not a curse, it is an invitation. An invitation to reconnect with yourself, to rediscover life at your own pace. To remember that happiness isn't given, it's created. So each day, do something small, something loving, something that reminds you, you still matter. You are still here, and this day is still worth living. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who needs comfort. And remember, being alone doesn't mean being unloved. You are loved, and you are never truly alone.